My stream and launching the game. Launching game. Welcome to GameSpy. Man, GameSpy was great because it meant that if you had overzealous game protection, you could still do multiplayer with the same disc because it got around it. Join.
Just went through GameSpy and then popped the discount.
Yes, and GameSpy was totally okay with it. It's like, oh, you're using the same CD key? I don't care.
The earliest and best form of piracy. Sharing CDs at a LAN party.
Well, I mean, I don't even think developers should be mad about that. And actually, it probably isn't developers; it's producers.
Yeah.
Because
it's like, I don't care, you're playing my game. That's cool.
Yeah. More people are playing my game, and this probably leads to more sales in the long run.
Why do I have two slots on the left side of my screen that say title?
Oh yeah, I only have one slot, but
Don't worry about it.
I'm sure it's fine.
Also, I can't seem to take... Oh, there we go.
I can
I
do
have
stuff
four
again.
hand slots now, that's good.
You know,
Yeah, I think those are supposed to be my hand slots. Because now it says 1 out of 4 after I unequipped and re-equipped it.
I still cannot harvest leaves though, so that hasn't changed.
I haven't tried harvesting leaves. Yep, leaves are broken.
But of course, it's been several episodes since I've been able to harvest leaves. Okay, so what were we doing last time, and what are we doing this time? Specifically talking about my stuff.
I have no idea what you were doing. You were off in your own world.
I really
Well,
was.
you were busy being siloed over there, last I recall.
I was
Expanding on production.
Yeah, I was trying to make satisfactory factories.
Huh. Kevin, there's a green power slug just sitting next to your stuff you're building.
Yeah, easy come, easy go.
It'll still be there tomorrow. It's fine. Okay, my
I
hot
think
bar.
we're working on the next space elevator launch.
Yeah, that's what I've been working on.
Oh, I see. Okay.
The copper wire just kind of vanishes and then appears over here.
They did it! They actually did it! Conveyor
conveyor
lifts!
Yeah, they did do conveyor lifts.
I just realized I'm on the wrong camera, so nobody can actually see what I'm seeing. That's awkward.
Yeah, they did do conveyor lifts. Which I have mixed opinions on. But they're so convenient. I'm pretty excited about Powerful MK2s though. That I have no mixed opinions on those.
Power what, Mark IIs?
Power Balls.
Oh.
There's also Powerful MK3s.
The crystals on this slug can be harvested and converted into 5 power shards that function with current fix-it technology. Several buildings would be capable of performing over 100% capacity if infused. The derived blueprint is now accessible in Hub Tier 3.
Oh my gosh, yes. Windows, I just really want you to react a little bit better to changing resolutions and not do this junk. Okay.
I think I'm just going to upgrade all of these.
Yeah, it's been long enough that I'm gonna need to like retour my own factories. Luckily, I move a lot faster now.
You can always. I need to shift to a toggle run button. Was there an auto run?
I don't think so.
Let's go check. Sprint, left shift. Perfect. I hated that finger. Hold the sprint. There we go. Wait. But if I uncheck it, then it does the same thing as if it's checked.
Mm.
Oh wait, no, it just didn't work. There's just cancel on the right instead of on the left. Wait,
Ah, perfect.
No, it just leaves it, no matter what. You uncheck it, you press apply, you press confirm. Go to a different tab, alright, okay.
Well, we can now overclock things
There we go.
farther.
It was very hard to change that, but... my pinky is saved.
Alright, so what do we need? We need
Why do I have...
300 more modular frames. I wish I could mark the space elevator as a thing.
Huh, interesting.
Okay,
Yeah.
it actually tells me who's on my map now.
Oh, that's so nice.
And there's a thing
Okay.
for crates and the tractors and the space elevators.
So we are not at 100% efficiency up here, which means we are not getting enough iron ore. Which makes sense, because I think we were waiting for the next level of belt to actually hit our full efficiency. Let's go down a floor.
We have the next layer of belts. Yeah, conveyor belt Mark III. We just need more steel.
Cuckoo. This looks like it's doing pretty good.
Sure, it would be nice if somebody would work on more steel production.
Is it
I
supposed
don't know,
to
we
be
need
new,
more
or-
steel production.
Yeah, I don't know either. I'm making rotors, then I'll work on the next fire.
Okay.
We need modular frames.
Yeah, that's, I think that was what I'm actually working on when I said those things.
This one's closer to efficiency, but I don't think
We
it
can
can.
now overclock things higher.
We need this to be a better belt for it to be perfect. So look at this. It's 90, 270. Yeah, we need this to be a better belt. A Mark III belt. Huzzah!
Looks like whatever this was, Kevin, is what you were working on. I don't know what
Yeah,
it is.
I know what it is. I'm pretty sure that's the, whatever that thing we were missing was.
It's making reinforced plates. Reinforced plates make modular frames?
I don't know, do they make something that make modular frames?
I mean, maybe. These aren't questions I can answer. Not anymore. That me is in the past.
Okay, what are these drills doing?
But yes, modular frames are in fact made out of reinforced plate.
What's this?
Okay. Yeah, I ran out of iron over there, so needed to get more.
Yeah.
But I didn't, so now I just need to run it over there. Which is sort of annoying.
Interesting.
I think you're already running iron over there.
Yeah, but I'm saying I need another thing of plates that I don't have
Yeah.
enough raw iron to put to make.
I found one of those wasted sphere orbs you can listen to, I'm at.
It does not do UI scaling very well. Is that an option? no motion blur. Nobody wants it. Nobody in the history of mankind has ever enjoyed motion blur in a video game.
But I'm going so fast.
But if you just make the iron produce faster.
That's what I'm doing.
Ah,
And then I'm running it on the belt. Because lots of belts are cool.
What is arachnophobia mode?
It replaces the giant scary spiders with soft cuddleable kittens.
That's adorable. Also, that's actually super cool. Okay. So I'm fairly certain. Why does it say there's a crate on the map?
yeah, that's
Oh, I
where
can
the
pick leaves
crate's
now.
at.
The plants just don't actually disappear yet. I can pick tiny leaves. Sometimes. It's inconsistent. Whoop. So here's the deal. If this were operating at max efficiency, which it's not, be outputting 270 iron rods per minute. This belt actually can't carry that many, but we'll fix that in post. And we're
How are they doing that?
so 135. Split again is an awkward number. 67 and a half.
As all good ratios are. Most satisfactory.
Yeah. Let me say, I think this is supposed to export 270. Am I actually incorrect in this? Oh, that's a long drop. Ow. Well, you know a big downside of being unable to harvest foodstuffs? It's much harder to heal.
It's okay, I just permanently have 3 hearts. I can harvest stuff. Don't you have a chainsaw?
Me? Yeah.
Chainsaw.
I mean, maybe that would work. Okay. So I'm up here. Each of these is producing 15 iron rods per minute. And there are a lot of them.
Milestone exchange concluded. Fix-it freighter re-entry
2,
complete.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 18. And as we all know, 18 times 15 is a
Gonna
big
have
number.
a good time.
Is 180 plus 90, 270. Yeah, so this should be doing 270 per minute. So splitting it in 2 is a terrible idea. I think I meant to split this in 3 and bring 90 up here. Bring up 90. And we split it in half. That's 45 apiece. No, see, that math doesn't work out either. These ratios kind of suck.
Yeah. Where's my hell mod?
Yeah, no. 135. Yeah. So I'm overproducing. I could run another belt off of this and still be perfectly fine. But what are these guys doing? And maybe I'll do that to replace your hand rotor production over here. Your
You
hacky
can
system.
replace whatever you want.
Yeah. So, do we have steel so I can make Mark III belts?
Kinda.
That's reassuring.
I mean, kinda.
Do we have steel going into a box somewhere?
You need beams or do you need encased steel beams?
Mark III belts. I don't know what icon that is.
Let me take a look. Those are steel beams. Currently, steel beams are just being made into encased steel beams.
Ah, I see.
Yes, lose power.
Yes.
What?
Yeah, that's bad.
Power
I
circuit
thought that was fixed
notification.
forever.
That was fixed forever.
Text block.
Yeah, this power pole doesn't tell me anything. It's not very illuminating.
Well, it's because we don't have
Most
power.
unsatisfactory.
We can't provide illumination with no power.
That's true.
What even is our power?
It was some coal field somewhere, right?
Yeah, but it's so far away because I fixed it forever, so I never thought I'd go back to it.
Looks like half the base is still running.
Okay,
This is
so there's got to be a power pole running out to it somewhere.
What if we climb this pole?
Wait, half the base is still running? That's weird.
It looks like it.
Oh, did we just kill? I just removed a power cable, I think. Did I break it somehow?
Oh,
You probably did.
what power cable did you remove?
This says it's off though.
The important one. The one labeled critical, do not remove.
Yeah.
I removed that
This
one.
has a nice lift going up to it, but the lift to the power needs power.
Ooh.
Okay, I think it's over here. Oh, I wonder if they moved these coal deposit nodes.
Oh,
Oh, that would
I
suck.
don't even want to think about that.
Yeah, that would be awful.
That's the wire, the cadmium or whatever it's called.
Cadmium.
Cadmium.
Cadmium, yeah. Oh yeah, the oil is way over there by the iron, I remember now.
Way out there.
Yeah, it's way to the east, Kevin.
Yeah, I'm going. That's what I'm heading to.
I don't know if I can make it off this mountain in one piece.
I'll hold off on that for a bit. I think we're going to work on beginning the copper production factories.
I sort of lost the cable though.
I was just going to follow my car. Oh god, there's alien poison here. I might have just killed myself.
Sweet.
Let me out. Alright, I made it.
Where'd the cable go?
Is that the problem?
No, I think this is more just that I'm blind. Oh, I think it's all the way around this
Oh,
thing.
Caterium. Not cadmium.
Yeah, cadmium would probably make a terrible cable.
Cool.
The hell are you?
So what do I need to make just a ton of these guys? Reinforced iron plates. We were making those pretty consistently for a while.
Yeah, there should be a box in the mall.
Yeah. Yeah. Just grab a bunch of those. Cool.
Alright. How's it looking, Kevin?
I'm underwater.
Yeah. It's not where you're supposed to be.
No, it's pretty inconvenient actually. You swim very slow. I think you're not supposed to jump off of cliffs in the water.
Ah.
I think that's just poorly supported. I found a power slug though.
I don't know if I can make that jump. Ooh, that was a little bit close. Alright, I'm at the power.
Where the hell am I?
No power to the coal miner. It's feeding the coal miner power. This power bank. No.
I heard that.
Yeah, I tried just turning the coal things back on. Oh, I see, we're over capacity.
Why is the poison field in the lake?
How are we over capacity? That is impressive. There's so many coal things out here.
Oh my god.
Alright, I think we're gonna have to probably disconnect a few machines so we can turn this back on. And then make more, I guess. So much out here though. Also, whenever I pick up fruit, it doesn't seem to go in my inventory. I have successfully picked up the leaves though. Yeah, pick up leaves, but I can't pick up delicious healing berries. Can we make enough coal I can just add another coal plant to this?
I'm not sure.
No, I'm missing one frame to be able to do that anyways. Where are these crates on my map?
Yeah, I was wondering the same thing.
I think the bodies.
I think they might be those like random crash drop pods and junk.
No, like, because I think I made a new one, which I think it's a body with my stuff in it.
Did I die twice out here in this weird mushroom field? Maybe. Do you have any frames on you, Kevin?
I got nothing on me at the moment.
Oh. Because you died?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So I can go get that stuff, then maybe I do.
Alright, I was able to pick up the bacon mushroom.
Whoa. I crashed.
Why is this rock sparkling and purple?
You know how rocks can be. Alright, so I just unequipped and re-equipped stuff, and that seemed to have fixed my title problem.
Let's launch this baby again. And hopefully running into fireflies will not crash the game this time.
Actually, I probably have stuff to make another frame. Let's see, how much coal is being produced?
I start back here? Lame. With none of my stuff. Good. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the crate is body. Because I see one where I crashed.
How much coal do these coal generators use? It doesn't seem to say anywhere.
Perfect. I'm so much slower. And also the game
Yeah.
decided to
It
reset
doesn't actually say the consumption rate of the coal on them.
all my options.
Because it looks like you have 4 per miner. Like, I don't know if that's the max.
I don't know.
Or if we overclock miner, is that enough to throw on another one?
Overclock the generator. More power.
I thought about it. I
It's
feel
actually-
like overclocking the miner and adding a generator is better.
Yeah, I mean, especially because if you overclock the generator and then going 4 to 1, that means you can run 8 as opposed to 1 generator. So it's
Yeah.
a
Seriously?
200% efficiency increase as opposed to 25 net. Okay, I'm finally out of the water. I've got my stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna overclock this miner.
Let's see it.
Apparently I have to close all of my Firefox tabs because it decided to go into super duper teeny weeny window mode because Windows sucks. I'm gonna be honest. It just does.
Indeed.
Anytime you change resolutions, Windows is like, oh, you want your Firefox window to be a centimeter wide and a centimeter tall. Got it. That's enough space for an
Got it,
exit button.
buddy.
That's all you need,
That's
right?
what we support.
What is the point of that? It just does not know how to handle resolutions.
The MAM has completed its
Oh,
analysis.
now everything's frozen. Okay. The man.
Anything but the man. Yeah, I don't have anything hotkey that's killing me. Alright, is that enough? No. We're using more than 650.
Josh, did you overclock that miner?
Yeah, I did. I
Okay.
overclocked it 50%. Can I add another miner to it?
Well, okay, here's... Wait, first off, where are you?
I'm on your bar. I'm to the north of you.
You overclocked a miner over here.
Yeah.
So, what I did was just add 4 generators over here.
Well, I mean, we can fix everything I've done.
Okay, alright. Yeah, come overclock one over one of these guys.
This is gonna hurt.
I just happen to have a power slug on me. From when I stole it. From your, it was probably your pet power slug or something.
I'll
Which
say.
one am I overclocking?
So you overclock one of those generators, you overclock a miner, and then run it into this conveyor.
Man, there is not a good opening to pull off of this one.
I
I guess I have to pull off at the beginning, don't I?
Oh, I'm out of concrete.
yeah.
we'll
No,
leave
I
this
get it,
one.
Fireflies. I'm trying to get to my stuff. You're being very
Get some
obnoxious.
concrete.
Well,
There's my. I think my stuff fell into a
not
rock.
very much.
Yeah.
Yeah, my stuff definitely fell into a rock. That's great.
Can you...
I guess I'm gonna come back to base and rebuild everything while these fireflies just attack me. Ah, good stuff. Good stuff.
Alright, space engineers.
It's the kind of quality content we expect from early access games.
Just think of the opportunities.
How do I... There we go.
Oh, hey, it's
Need
it's
to
one of those
re-hop on
spheres.
everything. Yeah, if you sit there and listen to it, it'll tell you about stuff.
Well, if I sit there and listen to this one, I'll get eaten by fireflies. I'll come back.
You'd rank that as negative?
That would be a pretty negative experience, so...
Oh, I should probably make these belts faster.
Ooh, bacon plants.
This is 150, so...
Do
like
fireflies
90.
leave you alone eventually?
Yeah, these need to be fair like 2s. At least this one does.
I don't think they do.
Wow, you got it. Yeah, I don't know what they do. Technically, don't we need to overclock it to 200%?
Yeah.
Be able to run 8?
Yes, to run it at the correct ratio would be 200%.
Alright.
Yeah, I could probably fill up a couple of these with coal from all this stuff I've been breaking and see if this works.
I love how literally every one of the power poles has the master base on switch on it. Like, if any power pole has that thing go to on, this base is on.
Oh god, what? Oh wait, no, we're on. Okay. Still not enough, but we're on. I might need to go find some more power slugs.
So you're saying it's not fixed forever?
No. We are at a very tenuous point in my lifetime right now.
Okay.
If I'm at this any
Oh,
more
I see a power
automated.
slug.
It's this one up here, but I don't know how to get to it.
Yeah,
I think I
that's the one.
tried before. I guess we have to... I don't know if we have enough concrete.
Wait, I have an idea.
Oh. Yeah, put it up here. And then we'll just super jump to it with our super jump boots.
Yeah, without jump legs. I'm out.
Got it.
That's good. The
Alright,
water's a
one
little
green
shallow.
power slug. Alright, so we can do another 4. Do you want to do it off this one, I guess?
Well, you need a...
Oh wait, no,
just-
we need to boost this one 200%, don't we?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, did we decide that this is the number of coal
Alright, take a
plants
look
per...
at it. Let's just eyeball it and see. Because if it's going down, well, no, that won't work because it's not at full power load. It's near full power load, but we wouldn't actually know. I mean, it definitely seems like it's just going straight up, though. Maybe they can just take another couple. Let's go Google it.
Yeah, because like this side isn't really taking very much coal at the moment for these 4. Kind of wish this was just in the game.
Yes, of course. So what are we getting?
We got 90. So it's 150 of 60.
90. Okay. Well, let's pull up our calculator. It takes 11.11 coal to run one coal generator. Most satisfactory. So if we have 90.
We can not really add one more.
Yeah, if we have 90, it can run exactly 8.
Alright,
It's
so
going
we...
on. Oh, well, actually, I guess that means that this was the right amount then.
Yeah.
Which, does that mean that I got it wrong the first time? No, I got it right. Alright. Oh, if we just had a juicier one.
Yeah, I don't think any of these are juicy though.
Yeah, these are all normals. What about the ones over here? Normal.
Can we add another 4 to this one then, I guess?
Yeah, I don't have the materials to make any more though. That's the problem.
Do I? Yeah, I think I should be able to. I think it's 12. Yeah. Alright, I guess we'll put them over here. It's shift, right? To line them up. Why is it not working? Left control. Snap the grid sucks. I climb on top of one of these coal generators. Too far. Goddamn jumpy boots. It's snapping to the wrong grid. Maybe that's more of a me problem. Alright, let's see, overclock this. Like, there's no way this is going to work out. Kevin, are you still over here?
Nope. I went back to get more jump.
Why do you build this so compactly, Kevin?
Efficiency. We had one directive. It was be efficient. Well, two. The other one was get to work.
Yeah.
Okay, get to work. Is there a button to holster whatever I'm holding?
I don't think so.
I don't really want this thing taking all of my screen real estate, or like a chainsaw running at all times. It's
How
like
does that not work?
most of what I do is just take these off my Barlin, which isn't optimal because now I have 3 hotbar slots. But think it is? Wow, it is. It's quick wire. We have quick wire?
Yeah, I made quick wire last time.
Well, Power Pole MK1s, you're welcome to exit the bar.
I strongly advise you to harvest this specimen.
You strongly advise me to harvest this specimen.
It says a lot of things.
I see. I'm going to ignore it on this occasion.
I'd believe it. And why would it have any reason to lie to you?
That's a good point. What the heck are these little dudes? They're little, like,
Did I actually bring any quick wire with me?
wibbly snails.
Kid.
That's adorable. Ah, so as you harvest new barrel nuts, they do not automatically go on your hotbar, even if you have other barrel nuts.
Nice.
Oh, MK2s have, whatchamacallits, 7 connections on them.
Yeah.
Pretty slick. Alright, we're now at 1,000 megawatts, I guess, of power. And according to this, we're only using about 500.
Good, good.
So, should be fixed forever, I guess.
Yeah.
That's what I like to hear.
How the hell do I get back? So I kind of jumped off a couple cliffs to get here. Yeah, I kind of suspect I'm not picking up barrel nuts and stuff because why is the tractor just sitting out here? The tractor somehow ran out of fuel. Hopefully this 24 coal I have is enough to get back to base. Where you going, tractor?
It could be more related than you'd think.
I was going back to get iron first, which I don't think I would recommend, tractor.
Alright, Josh, good news. I've just about finished the highway all the way back to base.
I don't know if that's just about finished at all. That's like probably not even halfway there.
I can see the coal from here.
Still have a ways to go though.
It's going pretty fast.
I wonder if I should have followed the truck. Well, he's kind of got more coal for it. Let's go see if I can find that truck, make sure it's okay.
It's okay. He's just playing. All trucks do it.
Kind of wonder if the reason I couldn't pick up pale berries and nuts is because I have like a hidden, inaccessible stack of them somewhere.
Ooh.
I had to fill up first.
I think it's a different kind of glitch. After the game crashed, I'm now able to pick up nuts again.
I've started picking up berries. Right now, berries just vanished after I picked them up again. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Thought I knew what was going on, but I didn't.
Alright, there you go. We now have a convenient path all the way to the coal and back. This is so smoggy over here.
Yeah, the weather really rolled in.
This unchanged my sprint toggle again.
Did you do anything? Or
No.
you just decide, nah, you had enough of that? Yellow power slug.
I think if I press escape, it cancels it no matter what. I have to change it, press apply, then left click resume game, or else it cancels.
Huh.
If you just like press apply and then press escape, it just discards it.
Oh god, this shore was full of gas goo. Alright, I made it out. That was close.
That's what I've built, this convenient highway.
I was checking on the truck station to make sure it was still getting coal.
Now, back to my mission.
I feel like we need to put conveyor paths on this highway.
Oops.
Gotta go fast.
Alright, modular frames. Well, let's see what the new tech tier is. Even though I don't think our iron is quite situated. Or steel. Oh god. I didn't realize that the highway suddenly took a right turn and I almost ran off of it.
Distracted highway users. Fuck yeah, making the reinforced plates. What am I making these for?
Modular frames.
Ooh, yeah.
Need anything else with it?
You need iron poles.
Oh, that's right. I can't just look up a recipe. I've got to make a machine and then stare at it.
Yep.
Yeah, you need iron rods.
Are you building this in base? Because I have a line of iron rods you can bum off of.
No. I'm over at the new factory.
The new factory? There's a new factory? What am I doing over here?
Yeah, come check it out. So I'm making all the things and stuff.
But what about all the things I'm making and stuff?
I don't know, you were working on ratios and things. I just always assumed that, like, at some point all this will get, like, rerouted over there. If you're working on infrastructure. I don't know what your factory does.
It's all about ratios and stuff, just like you said.
Yeah. Okay, alright, well, there you go.
This factory's about making things.
We make products here.
Don't just go around looking for the golden ratio. Yeah, these nails go so fast, these screws.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Oh yeah, have you even visited the new factory now that I think about it?
No.
I've been working on this for servers.
He's been so busy with perfecting the golden ratio.
It's true.
Ratios are important. In Factorio.
Oh, I mean, I think they're actually somehow more important in this. Probably because everything's infinite, so
Yeah, it's a reasonable argument.
you can actually achieve peak efficiency. What do you mean the conveyor
Or
belt's
you
too
can run
long?
more belts.
This looks important.
What do you mean the conveyor belt's too long? It just started. Oh, I
yeah.
see.
The alternate heavy recipes, this is the other reason that I wasn't too worried about this, is that the alternate heavy recipes drastically reduce resource costs of everything, and we rip up everything to use alternate recipes.
What does the old one do? No, it uses steel pipes and screws. Yeah, this is way better. This just leaps and bounds better.
What the hell did I just fall off onto? I'm literally building next to a giant cliff that I just backed directly off of and died.
Gotta look where you're going there, Kevin.
Not enough time, I'm industrying. I have exactly 420 views on my Twitch channel, I just noticed.
You should probably stop streaming forever.
Yeah, alright, well I guess I'm done.
We did it!
It was a pretty sweet ride.
This is Mr. Pyro signing off.
Alright, we can now make heavy modular frames better.
Alright, I'm glad to know that what I've done is worthless.
No, you're making modular frames, not heavy modular
Oh,
frames.
thank God. As I understand it, like 1, 2, 3 minor on iron iron produces like enough to power everything once you have the alternate recipes for everything.
Yay!
Sounds a little bit ridiculous.
Sounds like you'd need a lot of splitting.
Yeah.
Oh, we do have a box just with... No, these are motors, not screws. Okay.
Screwed.
Do they expect you to, like, build stuff off of the hub?
I
It
don't know.
looks so fancy, but you don't do anything with it.
Not like a home. This hub is not a home.
Not that we just have a rotor chest. Alright, we can now make medical inhalers out of alien organs.
Oh,
Nice.
that actually seems pretty good.
Swimming in
Especially
the
since
stuff.
they're like one-use items.
Yeah.
You do need mushrooms though for them. Which I don't know if they added the actual way to get mushrooms now. I mean, I guess they must have. Need 10 more alien organs to do a new research. Oh, time to go bash me some aliens. With my Xenobasher. Although I would really like to be healed before bashing aliens. Please let me harvest you nuts. Hooray, nuts.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Alright, let's go bash some Xenos. Is it just me, or are these textures like really good and really shitty at the same time?
Yeah.
Like, maybe this is the first time I've really stared at rocks, but like there's this rock texture which looks good, and then there's this like white texture on top of it that looks like absolute garbage. It's very confusing. Aha, I've located some Xenos. I'll now implement the bashing. Aliens do not have very many organs inside of them.
You know how they are.
Stingy.
Just real stingy with my organs. Don't like to spend them all in one place.
This is a super cool zone. It's like a dried river, or a dried ocean.
Okay, I think I will make my copper factories start down here, because space is a concern. We don't have a lot of space up on our plateau anymore.
You'll be pleased to know that we are just screaming out 4 modular frames per minute.
Nice, we'll hit 300 in no time.
Nice. Alright, I suppose I should come check out this other base. This other
And then
factory.
optimize the modular frame output.
Help! I've created with no vision. I don't know what I've done.
Oh my god. Does this game not lock noise for other people? Maybe it's just because I have a title bar up top that's hidden. Like if I go up top, it will put my mouse up there and then highlight over folders and then, you know, do the Windows thing of showing me that folder. It's not great.
I like how they make lookout towers so that you can stare out in majesty at the jittery mess that is a factory at a slight distance. Just what I needed.
Yeah, this game has a lot of vision. Alright, now we gotta find some more aliens to bash.
Is this where all the steel production is? Ooh. Encased industrial beams. I suppose I'll take some of those.
Yeah. Hooking on the new one. This is where I made the thing. I'm pretty proud of my 5 stack of ore that's coming in from the distance.
It's pretty cool looking. Ah, these are
We have
the
a pyramids down there over here.
modular frames I see.
Yep.
Oh. Okay, so
The finest space that a person who kind of cares about ratios can build.
Can we like overclock some of those machines, Kevin, to up the rates?
I mean, not really. Not without just giving it more base resources.
Gotcha.
That is one major advantage to IMAT's centralized approach would be that then if you output a factory, you can just output more belts from that factory, more or less.
yeah.
If you overclock it, so that then you'd have a centralized place for it, which is a huge advantage. As opposed to this one where it's just where everything's wherever.
Yes, it's the. Do you create an entire factory to produce one output, or do you create many factories so that you can where each one specializes?
Yeah, it's definitely a superior approach.
Well, it's hard to say.
I think it is.
I think it is, but there's definitely the case to be made where it's going to be harder to set up ratios with coming out of my factory, because it might be that I'm supplying multiple different other factories from a single floor.
You just need a splitter.
Yeah, it's not a huge problem, but it is something you have to keep track of, and they don't really have like post-it notes we can lay around everywhere.
Yeah, no kidding. That's what we need. Clipboards so we can stick them on the sides of things. What kind of a factory is this place?
Yeah, you need to be able to look at a nice belt coming out of a wall, pick a clipboard up off the wall, and take a look at it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
It'd be
Run the
great.
numbers.
That's part of the VR experience that they're undoubtedly working on.
Heck, you're all the aliens.
Why do I
I
have...
want to bash some aliens. It feels like they've added a lot more mercy spheres to the world.
Do we all share this storage chest?
Yes.
We must. Okay.
I mean, we all share the base, don't we?
So everyone knows that we have 6 power slugs in here?
Yep.
Okay. And a bunch of
Easy come, easy go.
silica used in aluminum.
Yeah, you get that from destroying rocks every now and again.
Sorry, aluminium.
Aluminium indeed.
Okay. So I was kind of delaying because I needed more Mark II belts. Or needed more reinforced iron plates, I should say. But now we have them. So we're going to go plan out what a copper factory is going to look like. And what that means is basically...
Do we need a copper factory anymore?
Need? Oh, like, do we even need copper anymore?
Yeah, does Quickwire just replace copper? Not quite.
I think not quite, but
Probably not quite. And, you know, maybe we don't use it for anything, but it'll help clear some of the base of these random... Like, clean up some of this random copper production in the middle of everything.
Kevin, how busy are you?
I'm crafting modular frames by hand.
Ah,
This looks to be...
because I have a cargo pod that I gave power to, but I can't open it because that's how these stupid cargo pods work.
Yeah. Okay, alright, I'm coming. Let me just finish crafting this. That's 50.
It was pretty easy around power to it because it was right next to the sea stuff.
See
The
stuff run.
Caterium. There's one of those big giant walkie guys walking through a lake, but he's not animated, so he's just kind of floating through the lake. Oh, I see. I was too far away, so he unanimated. I feel like the animation distance maybe needs to be raised a little bit. But the game's already running a little chunky right now.
Yeah, they need support.
Oh, ever since my game crashed, looks like my stream is just insanely laggy. The game itself seems fine. So there's that.
Ooh, pure iron ore.
Where the hell are you, Josh?
I'm out by the
I've just
Caterium.
been running to your cursor
Oh.
for days.
Sorry, I probably should have. I didn't know you were done.
Okay.
Else I would have started running back. But I'm not that far away from it.
Okay.
I was looking for aliens to bash.
I see. Xenos.
Yep.
Xenos.
And here you have it.
Yeah, I mean, opening these are all about technique. Ugh, there we go. Opened.
What did we get?
We got a hard drive.
Yay!
I think we need like 10 of those for the next one.
That's a lot of hard drives. How many
you
teams
could
did they
just-
send down here?
Disassemble this thing.
That'd be cool. Man, This place is pretty empty of aliens.
My favorite is whenever I read the forums, there's always people, like, they added the space elevator icon, and I'm pretty sure it's in response to people being like, yeah, I was playing Satisfactory, but I really didn't like it, because, like, I ran out a little bit looking for a resource, and then I lost my base, and then I had to build a completely new base.
How do you lose? Like, once you build the space elevator, it's impossible to lose your base.
That's what always cracks me up about it. What? And also, the solution was to build another base then? Well, I'll just start over then.
Guess I'm building a new one.
Stupid game.
There's a cave. I don't know if cave spiders drop alien organs though.
Alright, ma'am.
Guess we'll find out.
The beginning
I forgot how
analysis.
creepy these cave spiders are.
That's why they could be nice fluffy kitties instead. So soft. Okay, we still... None of those friends I've made have even made it over to here.
Well, I just saw
Well, that's
some.
because just backed up on the belt right here.
Huh?
There's just a spot where they just don't move past the belt anymore.
I kind of noticed that with the copper, but it seemed like it was somehow moving past it magically.
Yeah, I've seen that a lot. They eventually
Well, no,
move.
like, it's literally
But that
jammed
one's
on the
just
belt.
stopped. Huh.
I had to replace the belt. Like, I don't know if I ran it backwards or something. Like, it was just all jacked up right there.
Yeah,
Weird.
I've seen that before. It's not great, but
It is what it is.
such is life.
The heck?
Okay.
Fireflies.
On the plus side, I only have to handcraft another 100 of these, and then we launch that spaceship. Space needle. Space thing. Space. The space. Is this what a seizure feels like? Alright, the bad news is that we don't actually have the resources to just craft another 100 modular frame.
What? That can't be right.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't, like, literally stockpiled in base enough stuff to do that.
100 modular frames is a lot. Ah, a Xeno.
Prepare to die, Xeno scum.
Like, I found a big one, and the big one even
Xeno.
only dropped one organ. Oh, what's up with these guys?
For the
Nice
Emperor.
issues.
Are there
There's
demons
so
nearby?
many.
Oh wait, no.
Are we being invaded?
I suppose I probably shouldn't build a factory that is underneath another factory, because then you can't scale up. Kind of defeats the entire purpose of what I'm doing. Suits my purposes.
So creepy birds do not drop organs. Had to know.
Oh, what to do while just slowly amassing 100 more rotors at a rate of 4 a minute. So in 20 minutes, this will just sort itself out, but
Well, I
25
found
minutes.
3 more iron. That's not that far away from the base.
Yeah, I guess I could just bring more iron in. I guess I could also just start retrofitting things to use Christian supplies.
Yeah. I mean, I've done a little bit of that, but you can definitely do more.
We can ask not what I can do, what the base can do for me. Alright, let's see. Oh, I see. Oh my god. Yeah, Christian, how do you ever know
Ever know what?
whether there's more to come out of this factory or not?
Because I've paid attention to both ends.
Ah,
It takes some
no,
effort, but yeah, I
What
know.
about me?
Well, so part of it is if it's feeding into another factory at a 1-to-1, that makes it a lot easier. So I think all my iron ingots are feeding into a factory that just takes the entire floor's output. So it's one belt.
Yeah.
But yes, when you start splitting up a single floor's output, that's when things get trickier.
Holy moly. Okay, alright. What's going on?
I will let you figure it out. Because, I could tell you, but somebody else has to be able to decipher my code.
Is this ratio perfect inside? Is this even running at the right speed
No,
inside of here?
it's not.
Okay.
Because I needed access to 270 speed belts, and those don't exist, or those did not exist yet.
Okay. Now, it actually looks like I could get this one at least. A little bit of it.
Then do so. That'd be great. Yeah, the intent, just so you know, every floor takes in 270 and outputs however much it can make from that per minute. Assuming you have a single thing come in and a single thing go out. We'll figure out how to do multiple outputs and inputs.
Yeah, it's time to soup up the steel production.
Ah! Took one look and gave up, right?
I ran out of materials.
Yeah.
I literally upgraded 2 belts and found myself out of steel. Then it's like, maybe, just maybe.
Yeah, it'd be great if I had more steel.
I don't know how we upgrade steel.
Very carefully.
More money, more problems.
I guess we just make another thing of steel. I don't remember why I made the steel so far away.
I think you're just processing it all, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm making steel out there, but I don't remember why I did it that way. Oh, because there was coal. I had to go find coal. That's what it was. Well, I came back with 8 organs out of the 10 I needed. That's not great. But I did get some more power slugs.
I guess maybe I'll just go stare at the steel a little bit.
Let's see what can be done.
Does anyone randomly have alien organs?
No. Don't go
I
anywhere
guess so.
without my 30 alien
I
organs.
have alien carapace, and that's it.
This unreverted to toggle again.
Yay!
Apply, confirm, resume. Yay!
Alright. As a note, we have 12 overclockers currently. So, if there's anything you want to overclock, now's the time. Supplies won't last forever.
Act now!
Act now.
I'm kind of inclined to think that overclocking the power is like some of the best things we can do.
I agree.
Probably.
Most other things can just scale out. It's like the power is one of the ones where I think the overclockers, or overclocking miners in general, rather I should say. Does this coal go directly through a poison field? The steel?
Yes.
Were you just dying and like asphyxiating while driving the coal chain through it?
Yeah, you have to
Steel.
go fast.
God.
Why does the big alien not drop more organs? I feel like he at least should. Maybe, I guess they're just one bigger organ instead of smaller organs, let the smaller ones drop.
An organ's an organ, man.
argue with that. Poison. Is there a way to ever get rid of all this poison garbage?
I don't know about get rid of it, but there is a gas mask item, right?
It sounds like a thing.
You know what else this game needs? Copy paste.
That would be good.
Okay, so
I end up copy pasting a lot of stuff, or doing what is the equivalent of copy paste.
Manual labor.
Yes. Ooh, industrial storage container. Those are expensive.
I mean, industry is not cheap.
where the hell does this other iron come? This iron ore come from?
The other side of a mountain.
Oh my god.
There's a path that leads over the mountain. There was something else out there. Oh yeah, there's a ton more iron out there. That's right, I was eventually going to scale that. I forgot all about that.
Hey, look! It's right now! Scaling time!
It's scaling time.
Oh, there's also pure
I think it's
deposit.
also, yeah, I was about to say, I think it's also really good iron too.
You've got 3 pure deposits out here.
Yeah, it can make a lot of steel.
You've got 4 pure deposits out here. Wait, oh
There's
god.
so much steel that can be made out there.
It goes around the corner. There's even more over here. Wait, no,
I
this is
forgot
copper.
all about that.
This was
Yeah.
just the right place to build the base. That's all
Yeah,
this was.
really would have been. God, I'm fighting a big green monster. This guy is no joke. It's only one organ though.
Big organ.
Yeah, that would have been a good place to have a base.
Alright, well the answer to how to scale this is I just need way more reinforced plates.
The steel?
Yeah. Because I gotta like upgrade belts and junk.
Yeah.
Repairs needed. Needs power. I don't think I'm going to get power to this one that easily. I don't even know where I'm at.
Alright, I'll run a power to you, and you run a power to me, and we'll meet in the middle.
I think I'm near the coal actually.
You see my beacon that I put near the coal? Actually, I have no idea what those are player specific or
Crate,
not.
space elevator, hub, tractor, coal power. Yeah,
I put one at coal and I also put one at the steel.
yeah. Nice.
That's
That's a
convenient.
good idea.
It was convenient because I needed to run the sky elevator, the sky line over to it, so I had to figure out where my destination was. Because the
That
sky
checks
highway
out.
is a convenient way to travel.
Alright, we have enough organs to feed to the man.
What are you doing working for the ma'am?
Range. She feeds on organs, and we can't let her die. I really don't understand how people can lose their base.
The entire base.
It's probably a lot easier to lose your base if you're not doing multiplayer.
Driving a truck on the sky highway.
Even without multiplayer, like, I didn't lose my base in Minecraft and stuff. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm just better directionally inclined than those people.
I think it'd be more analogous to like losing your base in Rust. So you're like, yeah, okay, alright.
Yeah. Oh, what is this? Oh. Now have an alternate blueprint for either iron ingots, which we can do 1 iron and 1 copper makes 3 iron ingots.
That's good.
Alternate blueprint for rotors, which is 6 steel pipes and 20 copper makes 3 rotors.
That also seems good.
And quick wire, which is 2 copper bars and 1 quick wiry bar makes 12 quick wires. I feel like it's either rotors or iron ingots.
I feel like iron ingots, just so we can validate everything that IMAX worked on.
Sweet.
I think rotors is actually. I mean,
Yeah.
so the problem is that the answer is always the lowest thing in the product, the lowest unit in the entire stack, because then it affects everything beyond it. So picking rotors only affects things that are rotors or use rotors, whereas almost everything uses iron ingots.
Right, and technically this will change how Imat's doing his copper production, and his copper production just become iron production.
Yeah, easiest thing.
There you go, Imat.
Data
Iron
on
bars
hard
are now
drive
made
has
out of
been
1
salvaged
iron
and
and
can
1
be
copper.
repurposed to unlock an alternate recipe.
One
Salvaging
iron
hard
and
drives
1
will
copper,
provide
you say?
additional alternate recipes.
Yep.
We'll just twist the knife a little more.
Alright,
And your little dog, too. He's also made out of 4 ingots now.
Oh wow, it's gonna take a half hour to analyze these 10 alien organs.
Well, yeah, they're huge. A lot of organ in there.
it's a very different recipe. Consider it. Now I have to do the other things, the foundries, which I assume have a slightly different footprint. Yes, they do.
Totally different. That's the joy of Satisfactory. You gotta just build factory. Right?
And then when your factory gets invalidated, you refactor your factory.
It's
That's
true.
what I'm feeling right now. Joy. That's what I describe this as.
I mean, it's not the. It really is not a problem. It's just gonna require some, some effort.
Yeah.
But that is
Totally
exactly why we have these factories. I can just replace my factories a floor at a time and actually not even represent the service outage. Which is pretty great. I mean, that's kind of the dream. You get to replace everything you're doing and still not bring your factory down.
And this refactory. The agile dream.
Yeah.
How are we doing on space elevator, Kevin?
I'm running up there with the last 100 rotors.
Ooh,
Motor-
I'm gonna watch it
frames.
get launched. I'm
Yeah.
watching the space elevator.
I don't really know how it works, but... Okay, here we go. Seal.
Wait, I'm coming. I had some issues on the ramp.
Okay, alright. Well, I've still got the send lever.
Alright, I'm here.
Oh, something's happening.
Oh,
The cable definitely broke a little bit on that.
it's fine.
Off it goes into space.
What was my incoming fix-it message?
We unlocked the new tier.
Unavailable in early access. Well, we're done with this space elevator.
Oh,
That's actually it.
it's tier 7 and 8 now on the
Yeah.
space elevator.
I'm not gonna hit this.
Hit what?
I missed the jump pad.
Alright, so we can now research oil processing, industrial manufacturing, and deuterium electronics. And then tier 6 has conveyor belts Mark 4, which move 450 resources per minute,
Oh. Okay.
jetpacks, and a gas mask.
Jetpacks. This oil processing, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit nervous about it.
No, we have to actually learn how to make, we have to give this thing stuff.
Oh god, like animals.
Where do I find iron ingots, iron ore?
Trucks. I thought we had trucks. What
Yeah,
did
but
we have?
these are trucks. We had tractors.
Ah, I see.
Oh wait, we have little iron ore miners still full of ore. There we go. Do we have one of those for copper? Because I need to get me some copper ingots somewhere.
Fuel generator.
Yes. Can we find oil now? No, there's no oil in the sea. We're gonna have to research it. That
Yeah,
makes
scanner
sense.
update crude oil.
Alright, need to find some copper.
Okay, what does this thing need?
Found copper. Alright, coming back. Now I'll go grab the motors. That's a lot of copper cables this thing needs. I mean, we've got it, but it's still a lot. And 75 frames. I'm guessing we don't have 75 frames yet.
Let's check. We
We
have
have
7.
7.
Almost.
That was real close. 400 cables. I got cables if you're getting.
I needed cables.
Alright, there we go.
Done. Ship it.
7 frames. Can't make any more frames? No. Do we have to reinforce plates to make more frames? I feel like
I already
not.
grabbed them. Well, don't forget, I just crafted a whole load of frames too, is the problem. Actually,
There you go.
we probably
There's
shouldn't
my
use
two.
these are literally what I need to upgrade the steel production.
Yeah, we should probably upgrade steel production.
Alright, I'm gonna be okay a sec.
Alright. And tier 5. Be able to make plastic and fuel, rubber. Be able to find crude oil. Trucks have a 48 slot inventory.
Pretty good.
Also, we'll be able to make a manufacturer which crafts 3 or 4 parts into another part.
Oh. Which means we not only are going to be able to, we're going to have to.
Yes.
Pretty sure that's where we get computers from.
Wow. So there's a smart splitter, which splits conveyor belts in 3. You can set a rule for which part should go to the left and which part should go for the right. And then there's also a thing called an AI limiter, which are super advanced electronics that are used to control AIs and keep them from evolving in malicious ways.
Uh,
So we should probably make sure we use those.
yeah. It's just a chip that says is Boolean is Skynet equals false. Good.
Whenever it's getting any ideas, it gives it the old shock. Really not make modular frames faster. Like, I thought the motor production was slow.
And we can make it faster if we have more things doing it. And enough
Can't we
materials
just
to
make the
supply that.
machines do it faster?
Well, maybe. If they have
So
enough
it's the
material.
reinforced plates that are slow.
They are pretty slow. In all fairness.
Kind of looks like this thing can be overclocked because it fills back up before it's done making it. I'll go bring it an overclocker. Not gonna look at ratios, I'm just gonna look at output compared to inputs. Which I suppose is in itself ratios.
Yes.
Just less mathy.
Oops.
So what I can tell by staring at it is this thing gets enough iron rods but not enough plates, and the plate manufacturing thing is not negative. So we just overclock it until it's better. Alright, I turned it up to 200% and that seems to be perfect. Cool, there we go, I fixed it. Should now be producing modular frames faster. Actually, this is at 40. Wait, does this efficiency meter literally tell me how much I can overclock it to make it work better?
Not in all cases, because it also drop efficiency if it isn't getting enough resources, or if its output isn't being consumed fast enough. It's a lot of things. But if you notice it has plenty of inputs and the efficiency is not 100%, then probably.
Alright, looks like 150 is too much for this machine. About 133. Yeah, I don't think I can overclock that. I think it is what it is.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Just wanted back and announced I'm back to my stream and no one heard. And I'm like, oh yeah, I need to push to talk. My stream viewers.
So technically, I overclocked the reinforced plates because I noticed that they could keep up with it, but unfortunately, the modular frame still cannot.
Yeah. You might just need another modular frame setup. There might just be bad.
I think it's in that reinforced plate thing. Because yeah, even at 90%, it's still not, like it's like 84% of the modular frame is basically all it needs to keep up, which is unfortunate. So yeah, we need a second modular frame line basically in order to make this work. Like maybe if I overclock this again.
I'm gonna go see if I can juice up the steel production.
It's gonna be a slight negative on the screws if I overclock it fully.
Oh, okay. I see.
I don't know how many per minute we really need, other than 4 is too few.
4 frames?
We definitely need more than 4 frames a minute.
Yeah.
Enough things. Well, I have got something. Maybe. It's 270 means I should be able to get 3 screw lines at 90. And currently we're only getting it 2 at 90.
Like maybe if it had 20 frames per minute, that'd probably be good.
I don't know if I can get up to 20 frames per minute. But 270 is the most we can get out of the screws. Alright, there we go. We can reduce 11.25 reinforced frames. Alright, I got us up to about 3.75 reinforced frames a minute.
We were at 4.
No, it wasn't actually running at 4.
Oh no.
It was like running at like less than 3.
Ouch.
I've learned what the efficiency bar thingy means, so I don't have to look at ratios. I can just kind of wing it and look at how many things are being inputted and how many things are being outputted. It's much better.
Oh. I kind of built a sky ladder that sort of goes a little bit into the train. Into the truck. I don't think it'll be too much of a problem though. Truck is smart and robust. It can handle it.
That's where I found the truck flipped over in a ditch.
It'll probably be fine.
Alright, 18 more frames in the frame box. Soon we'll strike oil. Can you see the AI limiter, by the way, Kevin?
AI limiter? No, I don't think so.
It's in the the electronics section. The AI limiter is a super advanced electronics that's used to control AIs and keep them from evolving in malicious ways.
That's probably for the best.
Also, we get a smart splitter that allows us to say what goes left and what goes right.
Oh.
So I wonder if that means that we can merge lines of different things together. That
Definitely
sounds pretty
sounds
cool.
like something we want.
So then we could like merge this rotor line and motor line and modular frame line. Make them a little nicer looking.
Wait, how did I just delete that connection? Is this still max? I just literally removed a connection and it's still full up. Well, that's vaguely alarming.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
I doubt it'll come up.
Oh, yeah, probably not. Almost certainly not.
This needs 45 iron ore per minute? That's a little weird, don't you think?
Well, if you 150 it to 90 on a 60, then you can split it, and that's not that bad.
Oh, yeah.
If you have a 270 line, split it 3 ways. Get 390s, split that 2 ways. Wow, the screws are moving so fast.
Yeah, the tier 3 with screws is pretty great looking.
Awesome. I came over here because I was gonna check. Oh, right. I assume somewhere we have a foundry so I can see what the recipe is for.
I don't think we have put down a foundry yet.
Don't you
Oh,
need it for
there.
steel?
That's on the other side
Oh.
of the...
Yeah, it's way to the east.
Oh. Well, I guess I'm building a foundry so I can make sure I
It's
know.
1 iron ore, 1 copper ore makes 3. I don't remember what the time of it was. Might have been 9 seconds, so that might have been one of the other recipes. So that seems really slow. I
Don't
think that was
actually-
the router.
I don't even have steel tubes, which makes this a lot harder. Time to steal them off this line. I'm sure nobody needs them.
I see these,
Okay.
these all being used.
We have slightly juiced the steel production.
Yay!
I juice it more, but I have no power slug.
Yeah, coming.
There,
How many
you
do you
can,
need?
you can now take the sky highway all the way to steel. I mean, just 1 power shard.
Okay, so I've
You
got
just
3
need
on me.
You just need to get the foundry the new foundry the same treatment as the old foundry.
And then we'll get trucks, and we can have a nice, faster. It can store 48, and I think the current one stores 30 stacks, maybe? Something like that. Hopefully it moves faster too. Can't tell if bunny hopping is good for me or not. Feels like no. But maybe also yes. There isn't gonna be like a truck running me over on the sky highway or anything, right?
I doubt it. What are the odds?
Wow.
Did you go off of that?
No, you crashed me a desktop.
Oh, really? Alright. If you collide with a player on the sky highway in a truck, I suppose it ends poorly. The more you know.
Well, hopefully your stuff isn't stuck in a rock like mine was.
I don't know, it was talking about foliage collision and the crash log, so I'm not hopeful.
Ooh. Makes 3? That's kind of awkward. I don't know what to do.
Oh, hey, I'm still alive. That's good. Back to running down the highway as if nothing ever happens.
Oh yeah, 3 would be really slow. It's got to be more than 3. It must be like 30. Although, no, because regular iron is 30.
1 to 1.
Yeah, it's 1 to 1. Something's got to give here.
It's fast. It uses less iron.
It uses less iron, but do we care?
Oh, really? We have a lot of iron.
Maybe it'll be faster.
Yeah, I'm building up another floor so I can actually
Oil
see what's going
processing.
on.
Oil acquisition and refining unlocked. Oil-based products can now be made. Caution, this is a reminder to minimize the chance of expiration during out-of-base activities.
Why did I need it? Alright, where's that black gold?
Wait, Kevin, this is clock, but you didn't 50% it. You put the clock in, but you didn't overclock it.
Oh, I didn't have a clock.
No, the one that was already here did.
Oh.
One of them had a clock in it and it wasn't overclocked. That's all I know.
Oh god, it's 2,000 meters that way.
Can these actually do 67?
Oh no, it was partially clocked to be up to the speed of a belt.
Which is 60?
Yeah, and you clocked
Okay.
that.
Yeah, but it wasn't clocked when I got here. Alright, I'll fix it.
I think get into this oil is gonna be a little bit weird.
Alright. Now, do we know where oil's at?
Yeah, looks like there's some past the steel.
There is, it hasn't registered on my mark yet.
Some
Yeah,
2,000.
900 north of the steel.
Okay,
Yeah, it's all northeast of the steel.
we got some like 2,000 from the space elevator over here.
I'm gonna go see where this is.
It looks
'Cause
like
might
this
just
is
be
far
where
away.
that iron is. I think it is. I think it is where all that iron is, Kevin.
Oh. I might just go over to this one because there's like multiple iron steel over here.
There's 3 over here.
3. Okay, 3's pretty good.
Yeah, I'll tell you how good they are. They're still further on. Oh, they're probably down there. How do I get down there? Oh, we had jetpacks.
Shoot.
That's not so far. Okay.
They added. What was the processing chain they added in the last one?
Ah, there we go. 45 per minute.
Oh.
That's why it's
okay.
better.
And what's his normal iron do?
30 per minute. So this is...
Ah.
I mean, it consumes 2 resources, so... Although... Oh no, the same amount, because it's 15 iron and 15 copper instead of 30 iron. So it's 150% efficiency.
Wait a minute. How do I open the in-game map?
Do we have to build the map towers or whatever they're called?
I didn't even know there was a
Radar
map.
tower.
Yeah. So the first one's impure, so I'm going to assume all of these are impure, but I'll go look.
Impure.
Yeah.
You.
45.
Normal. Alright, so one impure, one normal, and then the other ones are further out.
6 of these then make a make 270 per minute. Alright, cool. I think that's actually going to work out pretty nicely. I also think I need to be done for the day.
Okay.
I'm just going to fill out a little bit more of this floor. I have to figure out how I'm going to bring them in, because so far I've always done one input, and I have a storage container immediately. I may have to not do a storage container on this. It might just not work out. We'll find out. Anyways, that'll do it for me.
Alright, catch you later.
Talk to you guys next time.
Yep.
And suddenly, everything's running fast again. Okay, so I really hope the stream wasn't actually that slow and it was just something I was noticing on my screen, but I don't think that's the case. So, that might not be a great episode. I will find out. Luckily, I didn't do all that much. Okay. I gotta go, so I'm not really gonna do a full sign off. I just did one yesterday. We're fine. Everything's fine. It's fine. I will talk to all of you later. That camera.